Yeah. No. What about, yeah. That should do it.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 weirdest endings in video games.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met.
For this list, we'll be looking at video game conclusions that left us baffled and befuddled, whether they were canonical endings or secret ones. If there's a bizarre ending that made your jaw drop to the floor that we didn't include, let us know in the comments. Number 10, Epilogue, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. The Stanley Parable has multiple odd endings. The weirdest was seen in the 2022 Ultra Deluxe version. To unlock the Epilogue, you'll first have to complete several different endings that all lead into one another, such as one where the narrator announces a sequel. The Epilogue will drop you into a desert, a stark contrast to the game's office setting. Eventually, you'll come across a half-buried memory zone that leads to a cavern. Inside, you'll find giant news articles that chronicle the disappointment and backlash to the would-be sequel. To top it off, you'll also find a computer where you can speak with the settings person to come up with a subtitle for a third game. It's all a fourth-wall-breaking meta overload. Number 9, a simulation, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Metal Gear Solid might seem like your standard politics-heavy action thriller series, but it's actually an incredibly strange franchise. Sons of Liberty reaches peak weirdness with its ending. Raiden, the character you've been playing as, has been on a mission that is really a simulation. Unbeknownst to him, he was being used by the Patriots, a secret organization to test this simulation known as the S3 Plan.
The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry.
Basically, the S3 Plan was intended to create a soldier on par with Solid Snake. After finding out that bonkers twist, you then have to fight Solid as Snake. Yes, different character, who is also the president of the US. It's very complicated, and we're still scratching our heads over it all these years later.
I know.
Number 8, fourth wall breaking and sorrow drowning, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
What did they get with that like that? Oh, yeah.
As is fitting of the violent, raunchy storyline, the ending of Conker's Bad Fur Day is completely out there. As Conker faces off against the Xenomorph knockoff final boss, the game freezes just before he meets his end. Conker, surprised the game is locked up, speaks to the developers and promises to keep the little hiccup a secret if they help him finish the alien.
All right, yeah. Hello. Right. Here's the plan.
After slicing its head off with a katana, Conker's crowned king. The game ends more somberly with Conker drinking away his sorrows from the death of his girlfriend Berry and imparting a lesson to cherish what you have. We wouldn't expect a game with a poop monster to end on such a poignant note, but there you have it.
And you don't really know what it is you have until it's gone.
Number 7, Beckett's Assault, Fear 2 Project Origin.
Without Alma, I don't have any leverage. Without leverage, I don't have a future.
In the original Fear, the powerful psychic spirit Alma Wade appeared to players as a little girl. However, she can change her appearance at will and looks much more adult in the second game. Towards the end of the sequel, the player's character, Michael Beckett, is sealed inside a room called the Telesthetic Attunement Chamber and strapped to a machine that makes him experience visions. While that's happening, Alma assaults him. That would be disturbingly weird enough, but when Beckett comes to, Alma appears to already be pregnant. Placing Beckett's hand on her belly, you hear a child creepily say, "Mommy." We don't know what direction we expected this game to go in, but it wasn't this. Number 6, The Real World, The Witness. The premise of this first-person puzzler is simple. Walk around an island solving increasingly difficult line puzzles. However, you can unlock a secret ending right at the beginning of the game, and it's definitely weird. After completing the proper puzzles, you'll walk on a narrow path surrounded by nothingness. Eventually, you'll see through the eyes of Jonathan Blow, the game's director and lead designer. It begins with him waking up next to a jar of urine and removing various medical devices. We watch as he walks around his home, interacting with items in seemingly random ways and even falling down at one point. It ends with him lying down on a bench on his patio looking at the sky. Color us confused. Number 5, a French music video, MDK. MDK follows janitor Kurt Hectic, who teams up with a mad scientist and a robotic 6-legged dog named Max to stop an alien invasion. So yeah, it was already pretty weird, and yet the ending still threw us for a loop. After Max and Kurt defeat the final boss and escape, you might expect a scene of celebration for their victory. But after cutting to black, we're instead treated to a music video. Specifically, it's a black and white version of French rock group Billy Z Kick's Non Non Rhyme Nine Change. You'll also see the game's characters playing along on various instruments as well as footage from the game's promotional video. Why? Who knows, but at least the song's catchy. Number 4, Giant Babies, Drakengard.
It's the end! The end!
And yet you do not pray.
To whom? What god can help us now?
This fantasy action RPG starts off normally enough. 2 kingdoms are at war, and the prince of the losing side partners with the dragon for vengeance. There are 5 possible ways to wrap up the story, 2 of which go in directions no one could have guessed. Both see the incursion of the Watchers, evil beings from an alternate dimension. Only the Watchers resemble giant babies. There's nothing quite like seeing massive infants flying around causing chaos. In the 5th ending, protagonist Kame and his dragon pal follow the leader of the Watchers through a portal into modern-day Tokyo. If that's not weird enough for you, Kame then defeats her through a rhythm game before being shot down by the Japanese Air Force. Number 3, the King of Limbo, Limbo of the Lost. This notoriously bad point-and-click adventure game follows real-life Captain Benjamin Briggs as he navigates Limbo. It's now remembered for 2 things: stealing environments and assets from other games, which naturally led to it being pulled from shelves, and an insanely bizarre ending.
I tell you what, let's sing. Well, it's nice to see Briggs safe and sound.
Once Captain Briggs' journey is over, he's met with a celebration in his honor. Various characters from the game, from humans to monsters, gather to sing a saloon-style song about his adventure. Not only does it come completely out of left field, but it sounds like every character is voiced by the same person. We have a lot of questions about the development of this game, but chief among them is why it ends on a crappy musical number.
I think that we should be crowning him the King of Limbo.
Number 2, the dog behind it all, Silent Hill 2.
He's looking for the you that isn't you.
Because he's kind?
Of the 6 possible endings to Silent Hill 2, 2 are meant to be jokes, but the dog ending has far surpassed the UFO one in popularity and peculiarity. This ending is actually a bit difficult to get, as it requires unlocking other endings first. You'll then be able to find a special key at a doghouse which will let you into the observation room at the Lakeview Hotel. Inside, you'll find a Shiba Inu with a headset and monitors pulling different levers. The dog is the one responsible for causing you so much trouble. James breaks down at the realization, and the dog lovingly licks his face. The credits roll, set to a goofy song with dog barks. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. To the Moon, Portal 2. After banishing Wheatley to the moon, turrets sing you a song. You're a virus in a computer simulation. Star Ocean till the end of time. The otherworldly enemies attacking your dimension are antivirus programs.
Now that they've developed minds equal to our own, how are they any different from us? The evidence is clear. It's getting harder and harder to interfere in their dimension as we please. Doesn't that prove that they've become equals?
A Noble Sacrifice, Nier Automata. Ending E asks you to delete your data to aid other players. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Internet Beings, Indigo Prophecy.
A mystery is revealed to me, the answer to all questions. And it's you who brought me the Indigo Child. What an ironic destiny.
Also known as Fahrenheit, Indigo Prophecy follows Lucas Kane, who murders someone while possessed. With 2 detectives on the case, the majority of the game is a mystery you're trying to unravel. But when it's time for the climax, all that goes out the window. As it turns out, a Mayan oracle was responsible for the murder and several others in an attempt to locate a prophetic child that can grant unlimited power. The oracle works with the Orange Clan, a secret world-controlling organization. They're not the only ones looking for the child. There's also the Purple Clan, AI beings from the internet who want to freeze the world. There are different endings, but they all branch from this insanity.
What are you thinking about, Lucas?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all.
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.